Join me as I embark on a historic detour to Maheshwar, the charming riverside town of Madhya Pradesh. This was a stopover on my journey to Omkareshwar, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint. Why visit Maheshwar? For me, it was the charm of Ahilyabai Holkar, the legendary queen, and the fact that Maheshwar reminded me of Kashi Ghats, only with fewer boats and more serenity. Every adventure begins with a full stomach, and I took this rule seriously. At MPT Maheshwar, I found the perfect combo, a delicious thali and a front row seat to the Narmada River's timeless beauty. Here's a tip. Watch out for the breeze. It's romantic for your hair but disastrous for papads. One rogue gust and my papad became a frisbee heading straight into Narmada. If rivers had taste buds, Narmada would be thanking me. The dining hall, strategically perched, offered views of Baneshwar temple, a temple said to mark the center of the earth. How's that for centering yourself? Post lunch, I strolled over to Ahilyabai statue and her Rajwada. Ahilyabai wasn't just a ruler, she was a devotee of Shiva and a restorer of temples across India. Think of her as the original renovator, centuries before corridor projects became trendy. One of her lasting legacies is the daily linga worship ritual, numbering 1.5 lakhs earlier, but now a daily offering of 11,000 tiny clay shivlings are made by 9 Brahmins and immersed in Narmada. Unfortunately, this happens early in the morning and I could not experience it. All I could see was a room where this magic unfolds, leaving me wondering how such intricate rituals were sustained for over 250 years. Next, I stopped at the Reva Society. The rhythmic clatter of looms creating Maheshwari saris was music to my ears. Did you know the sari motifs are inspired by the architecture of Ahilya Fort? Every weave has a story, and it felt like taking a piece of Maheshwar's history home with me. I briefly considered weaving one myself, but realized I'd probably end up with a knot instead of a sari. Devi Ahilyabai Holkar wasn't just any queen, she was the queen, a woman who ruled with wisdom, rebuilt temples, revived culture, and apparently became so beloved that the people started worshipping her as a Devi. The temple Sri Ahileshwar was built in her honor. Move over gods of mythology. Here's a real-life role model who nailed governance and spirituality better than most. The Ahilya Chhatri, a cenotaph built after Ahilyabai's death, stands as a testament to her legacy. Fun fact, The word Chhatri means umbrella and refers to these dome-shaped memorials found across Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. Mughal architecture, often credited with introducing domes, actually borrowed elements from Hindu Chhatri designs. Who knew cross-cultural influences could be this architectural? So next time you see a dome, give a note to the original trendsetters, the Chhatris. The Chhatri stands as a quiet tribute to her legacy, its architecture modest yet graceful, just like Ahilyabai herself. If you ever find yourself here, take a moment to sit in the shade of her greatness and literal Chhatri. You will feel a strange calm and perhaps an urge to go fix something in your own life. After all, if Ahilyabai could manage an entire kingdom and still have time for spiritual wisdom, what's stopping us from, say, pursuing spirituality? The Vittal Chhatri commemorates one of Ahilyabai's grandson. It's humbling to see how a family's devotion and legacy can be etched into stone. If only today's family legacies were as permanent. The Kashi Vishwanath temple in Maheshwar is a replica of the original Jyotirling temple in Varanasi. Built by Ahilyabai, it follows a similar Shringar ritual personifying the lingam as in Ujjain. It's like Kashi's vibe packed into a peaceful riverside temple. I also visited Rajarajeshwari temple, where 11 eternal flame lamps, Akhanda Jyoti Deepak, have burned for centuries. The temple's shivling, said to be crafted by Lord Parashuram himself, adds to its charm. Standing there, I could almost hear the whispers of history echoing through the intricately carved walls. A quick boat ride took me to the Baneshwar temple, said to have existed since Dwapara Yuga. This single-room stone structure is simplistic yet brimming with mysticism. The guide shared a fascinating fact. If you draw a line from Dhruva Nakshatra, pole star, to the Earth's center, it passes through this temple. How's that for cosmic alignment? I sat there trying to feel like the center of universe until the boatman reminded me I wasn't the only passenger. Apparently, cosmic revelations take a backseat to ferry schedules. As the sun set over the Narmada, I couldn't help but marvel at how Maheshwar blends history, spirituality, and tranquility. Ahilyabai's legacy isn't just in the temples and rituals she revived, but in the spirit of this town that continues to inspire. So, if you're seeking a slice of history, a dollop of spirituality, and a whole lot of charm, Maheshwar is your perfect detour. Just watch out for the breeze. Your papad might not make it, but your memories certainly will. Our next stop, Omkareshwar. Meet you soon.